I fucking hope not. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo esports podcast. This is episode 431, or should I say 431, for the week of March 1st, 2026. The title of this week's episode is Qualifying for DreamHack Birmingham. My name is Josh, aka JK Fire. Thank you all for stopping by. No, started just a little bit later than usual. Today was the last day of this current stint of my daughter's swimming lessons, and I wanted to make sure I was present for all of it. And yeah, she's doing awesome. She's doing absolutely awesome. She's diving and shit. She's great. So it was really cool to see the progress that she's been making over the course of however fucking many months it's been now, and it was awesome. Scooping the litter box while this is going on. Just wanted you to know. Thanks, John. I really hope you enjoy scooping shit out of that litter box, man. You get it. Ocean Breezo, welcome. Welcome. What's up, Justin? Welcome back. Good to see you, buddy. Cream Cannon's active. Like I said, I fucking hope not. Ladies and gentlemen, on this week's episode of the show, we have Halo Fest adds two incredibly... Jesus Christ, I'm already fucking up. My God. Halo Fest adds two incredible community activations, which we're going to talk about it soon, but I'm so happy. I'm so fucking happy that these announcements were made. And I really hope that folks that are going to be attending are as happy about this as I am, because like I said, we'll talk about it shortly, but it's really, really fucking cool that Halo Fest really is feeling like it's like just a collaboration between all different types of communities out there. So big fan of that. And then the top seeds have been determined and travel coverage has been awarded for DreamHack Birmingham. Ronan says podcasts were invented to give us something to do during scooping up cat poo. That's true. That and YouTube videos. Because I do scoop a cat poo while watching a YouTube video quite frequently. I think we should get into some competitive news. Rebalance pods for College Halo. This is by College Halo, and here they are. This will be the second pod runs from March 27th to April 10th. The Hunters will include the Fisher Falcons, the UNA Purple, South Florida, the UCF Knights, Illini Orange, and Baylor Halo. The Elites will feature the University of Utah, the UVU Black, SNU Halo, Oklahoma, Butler University, and UNM Cherry. And the Jackals will include Spartan Tigers, York Spartans, RIT Orange, Penn State Blue, MTST Halo, and NC State. So they had the first stint, and then they rebalanced the pods. This was in the announcement video that we talked about weeks ago, and just it's great. I love how they're trying to keep it more competitive, trying to put teams where they think they should be skill-wise, and gives every team kind of an opportunity. So big fan of the change there. Fulcrum with a 32-month resub. You get a woo! Greatly appreciated, Fulcrum. Welcome back. Thank you so much. AGLA Major Season Summer League 2026 signups are open right now, and that is definitely a mouthful. This is by Play Griffball. The Legacy and Pro Split League. Pro League will draft first and contain the highest skilled players. Legacy League will be formed from the remaining players and be a more casual experience. The game mode will include Thrust this time around, and here is the timeline. For the Pro League, the draft is on March 21st, with the season starting on March 29th, and the playoffs starting on May 10th. And then for the Legacy League, the draft will be on March 28th, the season will start on April 5th, and the playoffs will start on May 17th. The regular season will run for 6 weeks, the playoffs will run for 2 weeks, and a link to sign up is included in the Google Doc of the show to the show, ! Show notes in the chat. And again, I love the idea here of doing a Pro and Legacy League. The Pro obviously being with the higher skilled players, the Legacy being a more casual experience like they say in the post. And I think this is an opportunity out there for folks where if you've never thought about Griffball in a competitive sense, and you have the time to spare, consider signing up. Consider putting yourself out there and signing up. Because it's awesome. It's genuinely fucking cool. And they've been doing it for years. They've been doing it for a long time. So sign up if you can. Halo Fest, GDQ, and community artists. This is the February update. This is by Tashi. Ticketing update. Halo Fest tickets continue to sell at a fast pace. And today I can confirm that the Halo Fest convention is now over 75% sold out. Folks, I think pretty soon in one of these updates, I'm going to be talking about how it's sold out. And when that happens, you'll want to be one of the people who says, good thing I bought my ticket early, instead of one of the people who says, I wish I didn't wait so long. So if you're on the fence about going, time is running out. For those who've secured your spot already, enjoy the ride. Now here is the very, very fucking cool part. Obviously, the other part is very cool too about the artists, but like this one really, really stood out to me. Games done quick. Speedrunning is a critical part of the Halo franchise. For decades, Halo speedrunners have dazzled us and broken our brains competing against each other to complete Halo campaigns with the fastest times. Sword canceling vast distances, breaking through the geometry and skipping huge swaths of levels, there are designers shaking their fists somewhere, all in the name of great fun, entertainment, and some healthy competition. Well, today, we're excited to announce that we've partnered with the amazing team at Games Done Quick to host an official Halo Games Done Quick live at Halo Fest later this year. It was important to us that we provided an authentic and community-centered experience, and we couldn't think of anyone better to collaborate with than the fine folks and Halo fans at Games Done Quick. Whether you're on site or at home, you'll be able to watch 2 full days of speed runs and challenge runs across various games from the Halo franchise featuring the world's best Halo speedrunners. And of course, the GDQ team will be taking donations on behalf of a great charity we will share later. For details, keep it locked to Games Done Quick's social media for game selections, runners, and schedule. We can't wait to watch the community completely break and dismantle these games for all of our entertainment pleasure. Again, this is fucking awesome. I try to take an opportunity. For those who don't know what Games Done Quick is, it's an organization that is all about raising money for different charities, and they have multiple different events throughout the year, and it's all centered around speedrunning. And there are 2 big events every year. There's AGDQ, which is Awesome Games Done Quick during the winter season, and then SGDQ, which is Summer Games Done Quick during the summer season. And the amount of different games that they showcase, there's typically around always 1 Halo run included during these events. But the breadth of games in the selection, because it's a week-long event. AGDQ and SGDQ are both week-long events. And they run 24 hours. It is phenomenal. And the amount of money that they're raising for these charities, and just, you get to see these games broken in ways you couldn't even think imaginable. So I try to make it an opportunity to shout out these events when they happen on this show. Not just when there's a Halo run, because that's obvious, but also because maybe there's one of your favorite games out there that is being speedran and you just didn't know about it, and you go check it out and you're like, I had no idea they could fucking do that in this game. So whenever there's a major speedrunning event, I'll obviously try to shout it out on the show, but the fact that there's going to be a Games Done Quick event, Halo Games Done Quick at Halo Fest, where it'll be streamed as well, so you don't have to be there in order to see it take place. It's going to be like a full-blown GDQ experience at the event. And I'm so fucking excited. And even if you as the listener or the viewer are not that interested in speedrunning, give it a chance. Just give it a chance, because like I said, if you are, I mean, we're talking about Halo Fest, right? So obviously you must be a fan of Halo. Watching these games broken in ways you never thought imaginable is just really, really fucking cool. And it may make you think that you want to give it a shot yourself. So yeah, Games Done Quick at Halo Fest, very, very fucking cool. And then also the Artists Commission. As you've hopefully noticed about Halo Fest, a key theme is community involvement. We started talking about this with the various contests last month, speedrunning, and now we're excited to confirm that we're commissioning artists in the Halo community to create art that will be shown and shared at Halo Fest. The spirit of the idea is that as you're walking through the halls of Halo Fest, you're not only seeing iconic official art from the Halo franchise, but also incredible community-made art to serve as a reminder that this franchise is nothing without you all, the community. Here are just a few of the artists we've confirmed to be working with. John, Grosjean, Soul, 2204, Mr. Gruntington, Outlet Chief, NS Clark, Rythaze, Noichi, and Vin Gattuso. If I mispronounce anybody's name, I do apologize. I'm bad at them. I like the addition of challenge runs they threw into the GDQ announcement. That is very cool indeed, Noodle. And hopefully, like, it'd be really cool if, like, during normal GDQ events, right? Like, sometimes they have Mario relays and stuff like that. I think a Halo relay could be really, really cool, where typically in like a Mario relay, if the player dies, then they swap seats with the next person, and the next person picks up where they left off. So maybe you do it every death, maybe you do it every level, whatever it is. But I think a relay could be a cool thing too. Justin says, I watched a Jack 3 race a while ago. It was nuts, very fun to watch. They're so fucking good, man. They're so good. In addition to community artists, we're also commissioning artists who have created official Halo art over the years, whether they were independent, at Bungie, or at 343 Industries. So hell fucking yeah. Well, now, here's what I will say. What I hope they do with this, because at least in this initial post, right, it was said, the spirit of the idea is that as you're walking through the halls at Halo Fest, you're not only seeing iconic official art from the Halo franchise, but also incredible community-made art to serve as a reminder that this franchise is nothing without you all, the community. So obviously these prints and whatnot are going to be posted, like they're going to be on the walls and you'll be able to see them as you go through and whatnot. What I'm hoping they do is have like an artist alley like they did at Worlds. That's what I really hope they have as well. Whether it be a community corner or whatnot, like regardless, I want the artists to be spotlighted again, just like they were at Worlds. I thought that was really, really cool. It gave everybody an opportunity to stop by at different time slots and be able to get prints and whatnot and just have that memorabilia from the event, and then like watch these, go and interact with these artists that they may have been paying attention to for a long time, being able to meet them in person and have a conversation, get their art signed, and just, I thought that was really, really fucking cool. So I really hope there's something more like that at Halo Fest. Clearly nothing's been confirmed here in this blog post. This is just a hope for me. Like, I hope that they learned from Worlds and they saw the value in that and they double down on it, bring it in an official capacity, have these time slots for these artists, get your prints, and I think that'd be really fucking cool. What's up, Dre? Thank you so much. I love the hoodie as well. Cheers to you, sir. And that's it for the competitive news. Which means it's time for Rostermania! Diode, if you have a link to that, I would love to be able to read into that, because I don't remember that happening at all. So please, if you have a link to that, DM it to me, because I would love to learn more about that, because that is definitely not okay. Because I know about the charity scam, or I don't know if this was, if he had been absolved from it, but the game completionist, or the completionist, I guess you could say, and that whole scandal, but I don't remember anything with Games Done Quick specifically. But in terms, was that last sound cue from the original Star Wars Battlefront, or am I losing my mind? Which one, X? Which one? You talking about the news outro or the Rostermania? I'm curious. Which one are you referencing? Last time I watched your show, you had a partner. His name is Will. He's doing well. Will is doing well. He lives in Texas, and he has departed the show. But no, he's doing well. I think it was the one that played first. This one? If that's what you're talking about, that's the that's from ODST. That's from ODST. That's the composer. Or not the composer, Jesus Christ. The why the fuck am I forgetting the fucker's name? Starts with a C, I thought. The superintendent. My God. See, I'm an idiot. I totally blanked out. You're not losing your mind, X. I'm losing my mind. The fact that I didn't remember it's the fucking superintendent. We've been doing this shit for over fucking 8 years. Good Lord. Are you talking about that guy? He has nothing to do with GDQ. Gerard has nothing to do with GDQ. You're not tweaking. I just want to make sure I had my facts straight because like I said, I'm not going to support the bad ones out there. Fuck that. So yeah. To my knowledge, I don't believe GDQ has been in any sort of fraud scandal or anything like that. Like I believe everything's been on the up and up. Some people are upset with the way that they run things, but nothing to the extent of like very bad things are happening. But yeah, Gerard and the completionist, that's a whole other debacle. Okay, but let's get back on track here. Let's get back on track. Rostermania, there's a few pieces here for you. Barcode will not be competing this year. This is by Barcode and Crispy Corn Pops by Reddit. And then from Crispy Corn Pops via Reddit, he states that Barcode says, as much as I'd love to still be competing, that it's just not even worth it, considering only the top 4 teams get travel coverage, and if he didn't qualify, it's just way too expensive to go out of pocket. He says he's continuing his studies full-time instead and will be streaming. And yeah, it makes sense. It fully makes sense. I don't blame him in the slightest. Obviously, I wish that the scene was in a good enough state that these players didn't have to worry about things like this. But yeah, money, the money isn't what it used to be for a normal year. Obviously people need to continue to make a living and pay their bills and everything. So he's doing what's in his best interest. It's what I've said week in, week out, and I don't blame him in the slightest for it. Obviously wish he was competing, but never hold it against him. So yeah, Barcode, obviously hoping to see you in the next game, and best of luck in your studies. Team Coliseum is Druck, Soul Snipe, Boo Boo Doo, and Onvor. And then Team Inconceivable is Penguin, Suppressed, Falcated, and Sab. So a couple tweaks there ahead of the qualifier that happened over the past weekend, which we will talk about. Just a couple switch ups there. But yeah, there you go. That's it for the Rostermania for the week. It's time for your upcoming tournaments of the week, presented by noobcombo.com. Check out noobcombo.com for all your Halo esports needs. On Tuesday, March 3rd, we have the Halo Rec League FFA Series 16, week number 3. On Saturday, March 7th. Oh, speaking of which, the Halo Rec League FFA, you can sign up for still. Like you can sign up for it right now if you so choose. The link is included in the show notes. Please feel free to sign up. Saturday, March 7th is the European Halo League Kickoff LAN. And on Sunday, March 8th, this is the thing that kills me. Is the only reason that this is included in the show notes. The only reason why this tournament is included in this episode of the show is because I tuned into his stream today and it was in the title of the stream. I didn't see anything posted on Twitter. At that time, I don't know if something's been posted since, but regardless, on Sunday, March 8th, it's the Lucid and LVT Evo tournament number 2. So again, the only reason why I knew about it is because Lucid had it in the title of his stream, tournament this weekend or on Sunday. But like, we got to be posting this shit, man. Like, what are we doing? We got to be posting these things. But there you go. That's your upcoming tournaments of the week. presented by noobcombo.com. Check out noobcombo.com for all your Halo esports needs. Scrim Tournament League recaps. All scrims are available over at HaloDataHive.com. Check out HaloDataHive.com for all your Halo statistical needs. The Halo Rec League FFA Series 16 week number 2 standings. In fourth place is Wicca Dragon, and third is Gary Snacks, second is Nursing Dr. Love, and first is Cognis. So again, if you want to get in on week 3, which takes place tomorrow, we do this show on a Monday. The FFA is taking place on the Tuesday. You can sign up for it right now. The AGLA Minor League Championship results. In second place went to Grave Waves, which was Lux, Rain, DeVeo, and Zalinthia. And in first place went to Operation Doomsday, which was Deathcrawler, Ace Be Silent, Rebs, and I'm Tez. Congratulations to Doomsday on winning the Minor League Championship. The Snipentine 2v2 results. In third place went to Whisper and Fob. In second place went to Rorch and Leor. And in first place went to Young Guns and Troy B212. Congratulations. And then finally, we have the DreamHack Birmingham Open Qualifier results. So I included up into 7th and 8th placings here. And the reason I did that is because I want people to understand how do I explain this? The prize, the reward, depending upon where you place, and how close some of these teams were to breaking into the top 4. Okay? Excuse me. So, in 7th and 8th place, we had King's Order, which was Finn, Scarcity, Slink, and The Suspense. And Coliseum, Boo Boo Doo Druck, Soul Snipe, and Envor. Okay? Beth, you absolutely should. Because let's be real here. It's like probably going to be one of the only ranked FFA experiences you're ever going to get again. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Beth? It might be one of the only opportunities you got. So you might as well take it. In 5th, 6th was Noobs, which was Leor, Magico, Rorch, and Drift. And YBR, which was Syrian, Eco, Stellar, and Bound. Right outside the top 4. Okay, if you guys remember their open placing from the last open was pretty fucking awful. And they were 1 placing away from earning travel coverage for Birmingham. Something to pay attention to. I know it's all online. So I will obviously take everything with a grain of salt until we see it in a LAN environment. But clearly some progress is being made. Love to see that, especially ahead of the LAN. The question is whether or not they're going to attend. That's the real question. Because your 4 teams that did earn travel coverage for Birmingham include, in 4th place was Inconceivable, Penguin, Suppressed, Falcated, and Sab. In 3rd place went to Usubeni, which was Piggy, Yaxon, Breaking Shot, and Acid. In 2nd place went to Luminon Gaming, which is Descendant, Trippy, Precision, and Tolic. And in 1st place, shocking no one, was Shopify Rebellion, which was Cycle, Last Shot, Frosty, and Royal 2. I have a few notable series here for you that I want to shout out. In Winners Round 3, King's Order actually defeated Legion Gaming 3-2. Again, King's Order, for those who don't remember, that's Finn, Scarcity, Slink, and The Suspense, who took top 8 in the qualifier. In the winners quarterfinal, Shopify Rebellion swept YBR, but what's up, Tony? What's up, Boba Fett? How you guys doing? Also, Tools, welcome back as well. So Shopify Rebellion swept YBR, but key part is that games 1 and 2 were pretty damn close. They were pretty damn close. Okay, again, it's online at the end of the day, so I really don't give a shit. It is what it is. But progress is being made. Progress is being made. Also, in the winners semifinals, Usubeni swept Luminon. And not only that, not only was it a sweep, it was pure absolute domination. Games weren't close. Okay? But let's see if that stays the course for the remainder of the tournament. All right? Because there may be a series later on in the tournament where the roles are flipped. Let's see what happens. In losers round 7, YBR took out Coliseum. As a matter of fact, Coliseum being Boo Boo Dubu, Drux, Soul Snipe, and Envor. And YBR sent them home 3-1. There you go. In the losers semifinals, Luminon Gaming sent home Inconceivable, and it went to a Game 5. Love a Game 5. Big fan. And then here's the foreshadowing I gave you. In the losers finals, Luminon Gaming swept Usubeni, but this time, Luminon absolutely fucking annihilated them. Like, it was literally role reversal. It was just fucking weird. Like, you look at the series scores and you're like, God damn. I don't know. Like, I don't know if it was like map mode combinations were bad for one team and good for the other. Oh, fucking, who knows? Who knows? And then in the grand final, Shopify Rebellion swept Luminon. Shopify made quick work of the series. And also the one thing I wanted to point out here is that they had a nearly perfect tournament. And again, I know it's online, so fucking grain of salt and all that. But they had a nearly perfect tournament. They lost one game to Inconceivable in the winners semifinals. So one of my questions, and again, I need to keep reiterating this. I know this was online, okay? Let's just make sure that it's fully understood. But one of my main questions coming out of the LVT LAN was, what work are these teams going to be putting in? That's what I truly want to know. Because we knew that Shopify were going to be there no matter what. Like, they're going to be at all the events no matter what, right? They have the backing. They're signed for the year. That's set in stone. That's solid. But I wanted to know what work these teams were going to put in after the LVT LAN. We finally got to see a taste of everybody in a LAN environment. Not everybody, but, you know, the majority. In a LAN environment, we got to see some of these series be very fucking close. We saw Shopify not at their Worlds level that we saw them, not at their 2025 level that we saw them all last year. And then this online qualifier happens and they wreck shop. They just fucking wreck shop. They lose one game. Yes, there were some close games in there throughout the tournament, but like for the most part, they did what was expected of them, right? And so again, that's my question is, what work are these teams putting in? Now we know that the 4 teams that qualified. Now we know the 4 teams that earn travel coverage. So they're going to be going no matter what, right? They may not have an org backing them, but they earn travel coverage. They should be heading there. So there you go. I want to know the work that these teams are going to put in leading into the event, because the event is a couple weeks away. I'm pretty sure 2 or 3 weeks away, something like that. So they still have time to get scrims in. They still have time to get practice in. And yeah, because now that we know the 4 teams that earn travel coverage, the question now remains, who else is going to be there? That's the real question. Is YBR going to be there? They were 1 placing away from earning travel coverage, which would damn near guarantee that they're going to be there. But now I'm wondering, are they? Like, are Noobs going to be there? Is Coliseum going to be there? Like, we have some incredible players that as of right now, we legitimately don't know if they're going to be playing at the event. So yeah, I'm very curious. Also, Verb, welcome back. And you are ridiculous as always. You are ridiculous as always. In the best way possible. I mean that in the best way possible. There is something I wanted to call out here because I think it is important to understand. Drift and Leora, team of 2 for Birmingham, he tweeted earlier. Okay, well, then who else is going to fucking go with them? Like, I'm curious. It's going to be, see, this sucks. This sucks because this just sounds stupid, but like we had all this hype, like competition's back, like we're getting back into the groove of things. The LVT LAN was a massive success as well. Like, oh my God, it felt so good to finally be back into it. And then it kind of felt like we're being slapped back to reality. Not to quote Eminem. But it really feels like that. It feels like we're just putting back into the current times and be like, hey, this event is still across the pond. There's still not a lot of sponsor backing. There's still not a lot of organizational backing. It still costs a lot to travel. Fuck. I don't know, man. I don't know. So I'm really curious what teams are actually going to be competing at this event. Out of the ones that did not earn travel coverage. That's what I'm curious about. Acid, welcome back as well. And also, congratulations, Acid. Congratulations on that 3rd place finish. That's fucking awesome. All right. But the one piece of information I really wanted to pinpoint here, because I don't want people to forget about this, because I have a feeling what's going to happen is, like, a graphic is going to be thrown out. No problem, Acid. Don't worry about it. A graphic is going to be put out there, and people, like, when Shopify tweeted out that they're the number 1 seed, Yaxon and folks tweeting out that they're the number 3 seed, so on and so forth, right? I don't want people to think that means that they have an automated pool play spot, because they don't. Because for those who don't know, or those who may not remember, or those who need a refresher, here it is. Please keep in mind that the seeding is for the open bracket of DreamHack Birmingham, as every team competing will need to fight through the open bracket first. Okay? Teams are not guaranteed a pool play spot. Every team needs to compete through open first. And that is what determines the seeds in pool play. And also keep in mind, there's only 2 pools. This event, this DreamHack event, is literally the format of what the DreamHack Dallas Open was supposed to be before the backlash came in and they changed the format to be like what a typical major would be. Besides the prize pool, of course. But this DreamHack Birmingham event is what DreamHack Dallas was supposed to be. Okay? There's only 2 pools, but this time every team is fighting through open bracket first to determine who's going to go into pool play. Okay? Just make sure hopefully everybody understands that. Bracket and VODs will be included in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. VODs from both the European Halo League and LVT are included, so make sure to go check them both out. And yeah, in terms of DreamHack, I'm excited because it's more competitive Halo at the end of the day, and it's on a LAN environment, which I think is unbelievably more important, obviously. But the thing that I am concerned about is how many of the teams outside of the 4 that qualified, the 4 that earned the coverage, how many of those teams are going to be traveling and competing? Because none of them, like we still haven't gotten the FaZe announcement yet. So if FaZe is in fact the organization for YBR, then that's great. Then they should probably have the funding necessary to go, and that's fantastic, and that's said and done. But as of right now, that is not confirmed. That's not, at least nothing's been officially announced yet. So we don't know what team FaZe is sponsoring for the remainder of the year. We don't know if FaZe is going to be sponsoring a team for DreamHack. I would like to think they would, but we don't know. So realistically, you have like less than a handful of teams that have organizations behind them, big or small. And I'm really curious and concerned about the amount of teams competing that did not earn travel coverage. So we'll just have to wait and see. At the end of the day, it's more competitive Halo, and I am genuinely excited for it. But at the same time, I want there to be a lot of teams at these. You know, I understand that the prize pool is not what it used to be. I understand that there's not a lot of organizational and sponsorship backing. I get it. And it fucking sucks. But I want as many teams as possible to be competing at these. I want there to be more competition at these events. And it's my biggest concern as we head into the next couple weeks. What announcements are going to take place, right? We still have a couple weeks until the event. Lots of things can happen. Lots of things can happen in that time frame. So I'll be keeping my eyes locked to Twitter and whatnot, and just waiting to see if and when those announcements come. Because, I mean, shit. Guys, we are talking... Okay, this is going to sound dumb. We are talking about Halo esports. For those who don't know, things move at a rapid pace. Like, genuinely, things move at a rapid pace. An announcement that people may think is going to happen could be uprooted and blown up in the span of 24 to 48 hours. Okay? We saw that happen 2 to 3 times, I believe, last year, heading into that off season. So things can happen very, very rapidly. And the thing that sticks out to me is when Kason was in somebody's chat and was like, announcements coming soon regarding what the FaZe roster was. And like, he gave a quick timeline, and we still don't have an announcement yet for FaZe. We still don't. Whether or not that was a roster thing, a contract thing, whatever it is, we still don't have that announcement. And that's one instance, right? We know that Space Station are not going to be sponsoring a team for DreamHack, for Birmingham, I should say. But we still don't know what FaZe is doing. So, like Spring said, we'll just have to wait and see. Because again, at the end of the day, I know I'm beating a dead horse now, but like I want there to be as many teams as possible competing. I want Shopify to have to fight for it. You know? Like I want there to be competition for them. So, again, we'll have to wait and see. But that's it for the Tournament League recaps. Let's move in to some regular news. Halo the Master Chief Omnibus, the cover reveal by Halo Studios. This year, Halo celebrates its 25th anniversary. I would have never fucking guessed that. As we look back to where this great journey began with Halo Campaign Evolved releasing later this year, still an awful name, but what are you going to do? So too are we excited to delve back into the foundational fiction of the franchise with Halo the Master Chief Omnibus. Contained within this titanic tome are the first 3 novels that released from 2001 to 2003. The Fall of Reach, The Flood, and First Strike. Today, we're thrilled to reveal the cover art and Halo Ring-themed sprayed edge treatment of this special omnibus collection, illustrated by the legendary Isaac Hannaford to thematically represent all 3 stories. So yes, if you have not purchased the first 3 Halo books, or you have purchased the first 3 Halo books, and you want a special fancy edition that contains all 3 of them, then you can get that. And knowing me, and knowing Goalie Sniper, if he's still here, we're probably going to get that. Such is life of a Halo fan, you know? Such is life. Here's an update that I genuinely, and I swear to God, I genuinely never saw coming. Like, if you would have told me, regardless of the size, if you would have told me that MCC was getting an update in 2026, I would have said you were absolutely full of shit. 100%. But ladies and gentlemen, MCC did in fact get an update in 2026. It got an exchange update and login unlocks. This is by Halo Studios. MCC's exchange is getting an upgrade. The implementation of the exchange in MCC gave players a new way to unlock gear. Play the game, earn Spartan points, redeem said points for sweet unlocks, and effective today, almost all of the available exchange content will be available to grab in perpetuity. This means that if there's something in the exchange that you've wanted, there's a good chance it's there now waiting for you. Additionally, we know there's some content in the game that only made one appearance, if that, and there have been asked to see it return. A chief example of this is the Avalanche Sniper Rifle, a reward for reaching a rank of 20 in Halo 3 Recon Slayer during Season 4 Reclaimer. Seen once, obtained by a few, and then vaulted, never to be seen again. Some other items include, but are not limited to, the Halo 4 BR BLS skin, the Halo 4 DMR BLD skin, and seasonal rotational nameplates. That content will now be available to anyone who simply logs into the Master Chief Collection at any point. There are a few bundles that will remain rotational, but they will do so on a regular quarterly schedule. And if you want to see that quarterly schedule, check out the article in the Google Doc of the show notes. I didn't include it in the show notes, but they have the timeline there if you want to check it out. It's over on Waypoint. The exchange inventory has never been more available. Grab what you want, when you want it, and keep an eye on the quarterly rotations for the few remaining limited drops. We'll see you on the stylish battlefield. Spring, I don't know the answer to your question. Spring asks, is MCC also coded in their proprietary BS engine? If so, I'm going to throw a bitch fit that they're supporting MCC but divested all the programmers from Infinite. I believe MCC is using a modified version of their Blam engine. That is what I believe. But then again, like, we have to also keep in mind, and again, I could be talking out of my ass, but what we do know is that Infinite, regardless of it being called the Slipspace engine, it's still a heavily modified version of the Blam engine. We do know that. So take that for what you will. But yeah, MCC get a fucking update. That's weird. I mean, it's great, but it's fucking weird. I didn't see that happening at all. But you know what? It seems like there are kind of rare a time now where I actually give praise to Halo Studios. And like, obviously we praise their devs and everything and the work that they do. Also on the community side, what Sketch and Uni are able to do, and Snickerdoodle and all them, like, they all do a great job. Do not get me wrong. So never going to downplay that. But it really does feel like it's been a while since I'm like, holy shit, this is a great change. This is a great idea. And I know a lot of people, a lot of the dedicated MCC fan base has been very vocal about the lack of rotations in the exchange. I know it's just cosmetics at the end of the day. But there have been a vocal group that have been voicing their concerns about a lack of rotation for the exchange for a long time. And so the fact that not only did they see that feedback, but they saw a win, like as the team, as the Halo Studios team, they saw a win in that. And they were able to go after it, dedicate time to it and resources to it, and made it so most, if not all, the previous exchange items are now available for you to get in the game at any time you want. I think that's genuinely fucking great. So Halo Studios, I tip my metaphorical cap to you. This is a great change. This is a great change. Also a great change. We got 2 great ones in a row, believe it or not. I felt like this kind of slipped under a lot of people's radars. Halo Support got a ticketing update. This is by Halo Support, and they state, "We've redesigned ticketing at the Halo Support site to provide players with a simpler form. These changes will help you get back to playing faster. Thank you to all ticket submitters for helping us make the games better for everyone." Again, a great change. A great fucking change. So shout out to the Halo Support team for making that happen. Goddamn. Haven't been able to have good news in a little while, it feels like, in terms of the Halo side of things, you know? Obviously, we have Campaign Evolved. I still don't like the name, but we have that to look forward to later this year. Hopefully that's a fun time. We have some HCS events happening. Always a fun time there. But yeah, these are small wins that were desperately needed, and we finally got them. And it's like kind of like that breath of fresh air. Feels like a little bit of a breath of fresh air. Spring says, "Anyone who takes time to report cheaters via the old tickets, I'll buy you a drink on the spot. Anytime, any bar, goats." I love that. Beth says, it needed it for sure. With how long it took to file a ticket, it just didn't feel worth it to even bother with anything besides in-game reporting. And I love when it seems like such a small thing, but it can genuinely make such a great impact, right? Because a lot of people like to believe wrongfully, believe that, oh, Halo Studio, they don't do anything for the cheaters. They're not taking care of, they're not banning anybody. They're not doing shit. It's like, no, you just don't know what you're talking about and you're being ignorant to it. They are looking into tickets. They do have a priority system in place. And clearly they saw that they needed to make things easier for people to submit requests, and now they've done that. I think that's great. Obviously hope to not have to use it, but it'll be nice to have a simplified process when needed. Exactly. X says, "I filed a ticket about 3 weeks ago and wanted to blow my brains out." I'm sorry to hear that. After I just gave them praise and you're like, they fucking ain't doing shit. So I'm sorry. That's it though for the regular news. It's time for not cut another Games Watch. It's time for some shoutouts. Speaking of Halo Support, as a matter of fact, congratulations to Accelerate on joining Halo Studios as a content writer for the Halo Support team. Congratulations to you, sir. Hope it's fucking everything you could ever dream of. Going from that content creating spot to getting that job at the studio that you've been like loving and looking up to for so many years. I think that's amazing. And I hope you enjoy every second of it. So congratulations to you, and looking forward to the content that you write for the Halo Support team. Happy birthday today to my wife, Natana. Happy birthday to you. And yes, I know I'm doing the show right now, so I'm a terrible husband. She liked my gift, though. Okay? She liked my gift. So I think I redeemed myself. I don't want to toot my own horn, but you know. I put a lot of thought into it. I thought I did a pretty good job too. Shout out to everyone who joined in the 8s. And I think we've already talked about it, but the MCC 8s that we did the other week was genuinely a lot of fucking fun. Regardless of what people's thoughts are about MCC, I thought it was genuinely a lot of fun, a lot of laughs, just good vibes, good times. And then to everybody that's just joining up in the Infinite 8s that are going on damn near every night, shout out to you all as well. Also, I got to give a special shout out to the Mythic Gaming crew as well, because they do basically weekly 8s in their Discord as well. They do weekly Mythic 8s, I believe on Saturdays, if I'm not mistaken. And if, to the Mythic folks that are here right now, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they're on Saturdays. So if you're interested in those as well and you want to get in on even more 8s action, please go join up the Mythic Gaming Discord if you haven't already. And fucking go play in their 8s as well. Great group of folks. Always a good time, always good vibes. And very gracious hosts as well. Shout out to Kelly. Shout out to everyone who joined in the community playdate. We had a fucking poppin' playdate last week. And yeah, I'm sorry that I have to either cancel or postpone playdates every now and again, but when I do have them happen, it's really great to see people join up. Got to give a special shout out to LP, Mouse's kid. LP was a great sport throughout the entire thing. He was dishing out the trash talk and whatnot too. He's just a good kid. So shout out LP and shout out everybody that joined in the playdate. Hope everyone had a great time. And if you want to get in on the playdate action as well, we try to host them every Friday at 8 p.m. Central. Can't guarantee that they'll happen every Friday, but I try. Sometimes things pop up. But if you want to get in on the community playdates, then please make sure you're a member of the Discord. It's free to join. There's no cost to you or anything like that. And that way you can join discussions as well and have a good time. We just vibe. We hang out. But yeah, usually Fridays, 8 p.m. Central. We do a lot of... So 8s usually happen throughout the week. And then I use the community playdate as a time for like mini games and stuff like that. Kind of like a reprieve or just an alternative to the 8s side of things in the Discord. So we got the best of both worlds there. So yeah, check them out if you're interested. And then shout out to everyone who followed and subbed during the live show. Fulcrum, thank you so much for the 32 fucking months. Greatly appreciated. Reaper Time 3000 with the follow and just 538 with the follow as well. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate you all get a woo! Hold on. The Discord is free. Snag charged me $50 to get an invite. He charged me 100, says free. Oh shit. Yo, what's up, Archer? How's it going? Archer Bloodshot, fucking incredible. Forger extraordinaire. Make sure you go give his maps a fucking look as well. Tony. Okay, we're not talking about Nitro, god damn it. Shut up. We're not talking about Nitro, god damn. Yo, Thug Nasty. How the fuck are you, man? Also, congratulations on the 3rd place finish in the qualifier. Excited to see you guys in DreamHack. Going to be fucking amazing. Glad to see you back in it. Back in the thick of it. Love that shit. Also, Thug, I hope you had an amazing vacation during the off season and everything. Just guys, if you've never talked to Thug Nasty, you've never met him in person, he is a saint. He's incredible. Just love that man. Love that man. Greatly appreciate our conversations we're able to have, buddy. Greatly appreciated. I couldn't afford Nitro. I'm paying Snag $50 to be. Oh, Tony. Oh, Tony. So guys, I think what we're coming to the conclusion of here, is that we need to ban Snag from the Discord. Is that the conclusion we're coming to, everybody? I think that's what we need to do. I think we've come to the conclusion that we need to ban Snag from the Pro Talk Discord. Juan says, I think Onset said it best. He did. He did, in fact, say, fuck you, Snag. Love that soundbite, by the way. It's one of the greatest things, period. Big fan of Mark. Big fan. I think so, but that's also my teammate. Okay, that's true. Who's to say we stop at Discord? Halo support just updated. Oh my God. Holy shit. Guys, could this be like the first ever like Pro Talk scandal where we try to target cancel somebody? Like, are we going to do that? And it just turns out to be Snag and we just send in a shit ton of fucking Halo support tickets with fake clips? Guys, I think we figured it out. Nobody tell them, okay? Actually, please, nobody fucking do that. I swear to God. We're all adults here. Jesus Christ. Hopefully people understand a joke. Hopefully. Spring says, and I'll ban him from airports. Oh, he travels a good amount, though. He travels a good amount. Mr. Chief, welcome back. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, my God. Okay, nobody's banning Snag. I'm with Beth on this one. Snag's the man. He is. He is. We love Snag. Big fan of Snag. He needs to play more Commander, though. As I sit here also not playing Commander. But he needs to play more Commander. I want to see him play 3 dragons in a game. I want to see him play 3 dragons. 2 things can be true. I love Snag to death, but also hashtag ban Snag. Okay. Okay. Halo. He needs to play more Halo. Okay, Beth. Jesus Christ. All right, whatever. All right. John, you also need to. Everyone does. I feel bad pinging all the time. Why do you feel bad pinging? You not see everybody in fucking 8s pinging all the goddamn time? I wonder how many people have that shit muted based off the amount of pings that happen for 8s. I'm fucking close. No, I'm just kidding. God damn. God damn. I would love to play more, but they happen too damn late. Not only that, Riz, but they do take a while. They do take a while, which is not a bad thing, obviously. Everybody's still learning and whatnot. People are just vibing, having a good time. But the games do take a while. That's my issue, is that because it takes a long time, like literally I was up till fucking like 2:00 last night, doing laundry of all fucking things. And I felt fucking dead today. And I know that a Commander game goes to like midnight, 1 a.m., depending. And so I'd be, oh man, it's rough. It's rough. What we need to get going is Pro Talk Catan. My wife really likes Catan. Catan, however the fuck you want to pronounce it. I don't know how you actually pronounce it. My kid is screaming right now above me. Oh, she is legitimately screaming above me right now. They're having a rough time. I think that's my cue. I think that is my cue, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot be having a screaming 7-year-old on my wife's birthday. We can't be doing that. Is she screaming happy birthday, Mom? Oh, no, she's not. Nope. She's, oh my God. If you guys could already hear this, holy moly. Yeah, she's 7. Yeah, Beth. She turned 7 last week. She turned 7 last week. It's crazy. Like it's literally, it's Valentine's Day, then my daughter's birthday, then my wife's birthday, like just back to back to back. It's dumb. My wallet hurts. Oh yeah, trust me. Trust me. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right. I should close things out because things are not going well up there. Community creations, Halo memes every day. Reddit.com/r/Halo memes. Go check them out if you're at all interested. And if you're not, that's fine too. And then the best Halo Infinite LAN clip on every map from 2021 to 2020. Fat by the HCS. Go check that video out as well. And that's it for the show, which means it's time to plug it. You can find this thing on all your favorite podcast services. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. It's on iTunes, Podbean, Spotify, Stitcher, Fucking every one of them, even my favorite, Pocket Cast, which, believe it or not, is not an actual ad. I'm not getting fucking paid for that shit. I just like using the application. Linktree, got a Linktree for all the socials. Discord, Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, which is right here, TikTok, and a link to the merch all over on the Linktree. Go check that out as well. And then you can head on over to hcsprotalk.com, which will take you to HaloEvolve.co, your home for Halo. Check out all the Podcast Evolve shows, which is Podcast Evolve, Mission Debrief, Halo TV Plus, Book Club, Builds with Blocks, Halo Headlines, and Halo Gear Guide. Is it on LinkedIn? Does LinkedIn do podcasts? I didn't fucking think so. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the episode 431 of this fucking thing. I'll be back next week with hopefully a kid that's not screaming anymore. But until then, love you guys. Bye-bye.